Hey everyone, today we're still in Belgium, but starting in Brussels. We're doing a bus trip from Brussels, and so we rode the train here, just met the bus, going to Luxembourg, and a place called Dinant, and then we're coming back. So it's a 3-hour bus ride to Luxembourg, tour some stuff there, hour-and-a-half ride to Dinant, tour some stuff there, hour-and-a-half ride back to Brussels. Overall, a 12-hour day, but gonna see two awesome places and a bunch of cool tourist sites. Bus is filling up. There's gonna be lots of people on here. Hey! And gonna be a really fun trip and a really fun day. They gave us this receiver and sustainable earphones to use on the tour or off the bus. On the bus, they'll talk over the speakers, or on the bus, talk over the speakers. Off the bus, they'll use these little receivers to give the tours. We are on our way.
Durante las visitas a pie.
Getting started.
Bueno, como estaba diciendo, yo es Bruno, pero también tenemos un personaje muy importante. Imagínate que tú vienes con patatas fritas con mayonesa. Es una buena idea, pero quizás la persona al lado de ti no quiere oler mayonesa o patatas fritas. Por eso que para el respeto de todos, la fiesta, por ejemplo, podemos llegar más tarde, ¿no? Pero hoy tenemos muy poco tiempo para visitar los dos ciudades del sur de Bélgica, un país de producción de acero, ¿no? Podemos hablar un poco de eso. Y aquí a la izquierda, mira un poco, es el Parlamento Europeo, ¿no? Tenemos...
Made it out of Brussels on our way to Dinant. We're halfway. It's about another 45 minutes to go. There's a lot of traffic, but according to Google Maps, 45 minutes. We've been driving for about an hour now, so it'll be an hour and 45 minutes from the center of Brussels down to Dinant.
French kingdom, Louis XIV. You probably know him. He's called the King's Son. He started to invade the city of Dinant, and I will explain to you that he left a mark on the city. Vamos a pedir un poco de silencio porque Daniel, nuestro chofer, necesita concentración. We are going to ask you a bit of silence, ladies and gentlemen, because Daniel needs to concentrate. Oh my God, he's going to pass through.
Going through this rock.
Daniel, my man. Un aplauso para Daniel, por favor. Daniel, an applause for him. Yeah, because it's not very easy, you know. Not every driver feels comfortable to pass through, so that's why we should consider that because of this, we know we are in good hands, you know.
Just arrived in Dinant and got off the bus, and now we are headed down into the city, and I think we're going to see the Citadel, some of the river, and maybe where Adolphe Sax is from. The dude who invented the saxophone, he's from around here. So let's see what happens. This is the Maas River. It runs from here into France, Germany, Netherlands, all through Belgium. And the Citadel is up there on top of that rock. There's an amazing church. And there's saxophones on this bridge because of the dude, Adolphe Sax, who invented the saxophone. Here's a closer look at some of the saxophones on the bridge. They also have them over there on the other side. Beautiful view of the river, Citadel, church, Maas River. And back where we were just standing over there. There's the tour group. Here's the Rue Adolphe Sax. So Adolphe Sax's road. Chocolates. There's the church. road is very busy. This is where Adolphe Sax was born. There's a statue right there, on the saxophone.
The way it is, to be able to make an invention made with brass. You can have your facts about this life.
Walking back down the street the other way. Here's the Adolphe Sax church. Sit down next to this guy right here. Adolphe and I just hanging out, enjoying the saxophone and the morning in La Belgique. So going up to this church, it sounded like it has one of, if not the biggest stained glass window in Belgium. So we want to go see that, and then we're gonna get a coffee and a snack after that. There's the entry to the Citadel. You can see up there the cable car you could take up there if you wanted to do that. Instead of stairs. But there's the stairs, you can walk those. Right online it's like 400 stairs or cable car. For us first, we're gonna be going into this church here in Dinant. This was the stained glass they were talking about. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, stained glass windows in all of Belgium. It's got little scenes all throughout, different scenes. It's really cool. Here's a better view of the window from the opposite side of the church. Here's a interesting bust of Saint-Popet. Not a lot of artwork on the ceiling, but it's still, the architecture itself is amazing. And it looks like it's done with brickwork up there. Looks like this year is the 30th anniversary, 30th year for the Association for Adolphe Sax. They did several events already earlier this year here in town. Walking back across the bridge, just beautiful landscapes and hills. Each one of these saxophones is meant to represent a different country. Here is the United States of America saxophone, and it's themed after New Orleans. So we've got the World War II Museum on that side, and then we've got New Orleans and the U.S. American flag. Found this plaque to Charles de Gaulle, a famous French general. I guess he was a lieutenant in a battle during World War I here in Dinant. We're gonna stop off for a snack and a coffee real quick before we have to go back, get on the bus for another hour and a half towards Luxembourg. Here's my cappuccino, au emporté, which means to go. And then we're gonna eat this raspberry tart here in the cafe. Walking out of the cafe, head to the tourism office because they have a free bathroom there, which is rare in these parts. But there's this cool Dinant sign. And if you get the right angle, it's like Dinant. And you got the church in the background and the Citadel. Cool. Here is La Maison de Tourisme. Oh, it's not free, 50p. But there's a bunch of boats now on the river. Looks like they're due boat cruises on the river on those boats. Back on the bus after Dinant, and finding a bathroom was a bit of a challenge. We ended up having to go to a couple different places. Finally found a restaurant, let us buy a coffee to use the bathroom, but that's all right. It's 11:37, 11:40's departure, so we're here a couple minutes early. I'm sure it'll leave late because there will be some people who are late, but I didn't want to be one of those people. Next up, we've got another about hour-and-a-half drive from Dinant down to Luxembourg. And when we get there, I don't know, the tour guide's saying it's a really rich city and that there is a neat palace to check out and just the center of town. So we'll see what the drive's like, and hopefully Luxembourg is a big hit. Let us get off the bus for a minute to take a look at that rock that we drove through earlier. That's the weird looking rock and the gap that people drive through. You can see some cars drive through that little gap in the rock. Just walking through Dinant, we found some random haunted mansion paintings. It's kind of funny. Just in the middle of nowhere. I missed the sign, but we're now officially in Luxembourg. Looks pretty similar to Belgium. But check it out. There is a McDonald's in Luxembourg. I don't know if that's good or not. We're arriving in the Luxembourg City.
Aquí tenemos un edificio muy bonito que, bueno, a la izquierda mira, con la Torre del Ángulo, que es el Banco Nacional de Luxemburgo. Bueno, eso es algo que tenemos mucho en Luxemburgo.
Boulevard de la Patrousse. This is where we're getting dropped off, and where we're going to get picked back up at the end of the day. But lots of interesting buildings, and the National Bank of Luxembourg. There's this river down here, canyon, and it looks like they built a big fortress on that side. This is the monument to 200 volunteers who joined the French army to help defend Luxembourg in World War I. Apparently Luxembourg was not allowed to have an army, so the 200 volunteers, they joined another army, the French army, to help do the defense. Super important in Europe, there is a free restroom over there where all those people are. Changing of the guards in front of the Royal Palace. Hard to see, there's a lot of people around. Here where they're doing the changing of the guards, they're almost done, is the Royal Palace. They said that far building down there is actually the Parliament of Luxembourg, but this is where the official Royal Palace, the king does not live here, he lives somewhere else out in the country, but this is where he receives dignitaries. There are a lot of people here to watch the changing of the guards. It's a pretty cool ceremony, but it is mob. Trying to get to the medieval part of the city. So the ways you can tell are like these streets. They're kind of more winding, they're not super straight, curved. And the buildings are definitely a different style. So this is that same kind of canyon that we saw before on the bridge, but this area is the oldest first settlement in Luxembourg. Right here's the view down. So we're pretty high up here. This part's kind of cool. It looks like it's old school battlements, and there's a wall. And they built newer buildings near the wall. This is a neat view because you can see that bridge really well over the river. And there's rapids. There's some folks walking down there. Okay, now we're walking out of the historic kind of medieval area, and we're gonna go to the European district, which is where They do like European Parliament things, and they also have the European Bank. And I guess he was saying this part of the city was built more like in the 1960s versus the medieval ages. Okay, I was just a little incorrect. We went the opposite way of the district to get a view of the European district. So from here, I'll show you in a second, you can see the entire Grand District is what it's called, in the Corniche, which is this canyon. And then behind that, you'll see the European district, the big glass. So there's the Corniche, canyon, Corniche, the old buildings, and then up there on the ridge where they're building, that's the European district with like European Parliament, European Bank, that kind of stuff up there. We're gonna go down there because they have some food down there, and just to explore the old city, see what it has to offer. Okay, I just rode the elevator down from the top to the bottom, and now we're walking out into old Luxembourg. There's the view right here as we walk out. You saw it from above. Now here is the city. I think this is where we might get some lunch. Menu, they've got cheeseburger, fries, metwurst. We're trying to get something quick. So we placed our order. We got a cheeseburger, a bratwurst, olives, and frites. And the olives just came out. They look really good. Here are the olives. They both green and black olives with some toothpicks and a little seasoning on there. Okay, gonna try to get a little green olive if I can. Maybe just a black olive. Nope, I got them both. Green and black olive. The seasoning's like, this gives it a little kick, a little something extra, but they're really good. Here is my metwurst, and then here's the frites with mayonnaise and ketchup. I may mix that a little bit together, make some fry sauce. There's we ate about half the olives. That's probably enough for me, but there's a lot of olives in there. But the waitress is bringing out some mustard, put on the metwurst. Should be good. Okay, here comes a fry with a little ketchup and mayonnaise on it. Right there, there it is. Belgian fries are the best. Well, Luxembourg fries. Okay, the mustard has been applied to the metwurst. And now we're gonna give it a try. Okay, here we go. Here's the metwurst. Cool. I bit off a little more than I could chew there. That's alright. It's okay. The bun's kind of tough, but it's okay. Metwurst is okay. It's about a 6 out of 10, but I haven't eaten much today. Fries are really good, the olives are really good, and overall, I'd say it's a good quick meal to get. Done with lunch, and now just gonna explore a little of the old city. We have about an hour before we have to start heading back to meet up with the bus to ride back to Brussels. Here's a view down the river, down here. We're standing on the bridge. If you look way up there at the top, you can see where we were, where people are looking down at the old city. This is the Abbey that we were looking down at earlier. Here they have the Center Cultural something in there. And then this looks like bike parking and a little map or something right here for the Abbey. Up there is the balcony that we were at earlier. Okay, you can go down this way, and then it goes down there. You can walk out on those battlements over on that side. We don't really have time to do that, but it's cool to see. All right, we made it back to, there's the Grand Palace over there behind that statue. This main square area, because we wanted to check out this Luxembourg City tourist office and see they have any city maps maybe, or what all they have going on in there. This whole area is pretty empty right now. Okay, so Luxembourg city map. Got one of those. They highlighted some areas for us. I just thought it'd be fun to have something to take back, like a souvenir. But they basically were talking about a lot of the stuff I've already shown you with the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the old city, that like canyon gorge area, and then they also gave us like a little notebook with a Luxembourg stamp in it. So that was a lot of fun to go in there. It's just a small little shop with a couple people working, but great. This is a neat street that we're walking down. I just love all the architecture here in the city. It's just there's a huge variance from different time periods, and they do just, I don't know, they take their time and make everything about it look great and unique. It's just one of the things I love about Europe. Walking around town, and we found a Pretz. I used to go here all the time when I was living in the UK. I just want to go in and see what they have. So here's the Pretz. They have all these fruit juices, sandwiches. It's perfect for like a quickie or to go, take on the train or on a bus. But I'm not hungry right now, but it would be good for that. They got some salads, some toasties, which are basically just like paninis, except the Brits call them toasties, and more still juices over here, and then just some water, fruit, and Coca-Cola. Getting close to time to meet the bus, so we're heading back. Grabbed just a bottle of water and a coffee, and just because we have a 3-hour ride back, I have a snack in my bag, a protein bar from earlier I didn't eat, and we're gonna be doing the 3-hour drive back to Brussels. There's our bus. Made it back with 5 minutes to spare. Perfect. On the bus and getting ready to roll out. We are not the last people, but close to the last people. But that's all right. There's a view of the sunset on our drive home. As we drive up through southern Belgium on our way to Brussels. All right, made it back to Brussels, and now just need to find a quick bite to eat because it's like 8:30 p.m. We haven't eaten since lunchtime. Late lunch, like 2:30, but still, just need to find a quick bite to eat. And so we're right near the Grand Place again. That's where they dropped us off. And there's a lot of restaurants around here, and like Belgian fries and different things. So I'm gonna try to find something quick. We were walking through the Grand Place and saw the Hard Rock Cafe. Thought it'd be really easy to get something like a burger or something. And they know speak English, so that's also a plus for tonight because I'm pretty tired. So we're with the Hard Rock, and I'll just show you some of the stuff. Here's Cheap Trick. And the drumhead is signed by all 4 members of the band Cheap Trick. And over there above the bar, they just have a bunch of guitars, and just overall, it's a really neat, we're way up high, we're on like the 3rd floor. For a Hard Rock, they've got signature cocktails like their Hurricane, Mojito, Bahama Mama, Dirty Martini, Paloma, Gin and Tonic, Manhattan, different types of sangria, and then they do have some Belgian beers in the bottle, not really on draft. Messy menu right now, messy burger and a messy chicken sandwich, probably because he's playing in Miami, and Hard Rock's basically from Miami now. And then specialty entrees, they got the ribs, steak, fajitas, chicken tenders, barbecue chicken, and then the steak burgers. This is what I'm gonna get, the original legendary. Smoked bacon, cheddar cheese, onion ring, lettuce and tomato. They have other ones as well. They're all right around €20. Oh, and fried dips. I think I'm gonna get a fried dip too. Not sure which one yet. Order has been placed. I'm getting the original legendary burger, and I ended up deciding to get a beer called a Westmalle Triple, which is just a Belgian-style triple beer, just a small one. And they serve it in bottles, so I'll get a bottle of that. And the legendary burger with fries. I did end up getting the spicy mayo for the fry sauce. Here's the legendary burger and fries. There's my side of spicy mayo. And you can see there's the cheese. They have the onion ring, bacon, lettuce, tomato, onion all on there. So looks amazing. Alright, so what I like to do with burgers is cut them in half because it makes it easier to handle. So we got that cut in half. Take a nice bite. Okay, I made it back on the train to the hotel. And sleep in here in a minute. But had a fantastic day today, going to both Dinant and Luxembourg. They were nice little tours of both little towns. Well, Dinant's a town, Luxembourg City / country. But anyway, yeah, had a good time. We saw in Dinant we saw Citadel, the cathedral, the river, the Adolphe Sax, all that stuff. And then in Luxembourg, we got to see the Royal Palace, where they did the European Bank set up, and then we saw that whole old town and the gorge and all that, and that was amazing. Came back to Brussels, and now on the way to the hotel. Overall, had a fantastic day on the bus tour. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share with your friends. Enjoy life. Thanks for watching. Shoot Dog out.